It is August 7th, 2023, and this is my hummingbird garden. So this is Terry Shores, and I'm trying to put together a little video for those of you that have not seen my hummingbirds, so that you can see them. And as you can see, right there, there's a hummingbird. Where did it go? Oh, I lost track of it. It's right there. Let's see if I can get a little closer. Where did it go now? It's behind this salvia. It's used to me, so it should be able to handle me getting a little bit close to it. There it is. See it right there? There it is. Right back there. It's on some red salvia. There it goes. Let's see what else it's gonna do. Red salvia. There, the black and blue salvia. Firecracker plant. Look at that. That plant's firecracker plant. It's eating away. There it goes. Oopsie. Now it's going up to the cardinal line. Probably went around the back. It does that. Yeah, I can see it back there. Went down to the bottom. There it is. Lots of times it goes all the way around this arbor. Let's see if it's gonna do that. Oh, there it goes. It went on the line. What a beauty. Now where did it go? Went down. Well, I'm not sure. Anyway, I just wanted to show you my hummingbird garden and talk a little bit about it. You know, I put a lot of thought into it, so I started this garden about 2020, so that was just after the pandemic was declared. And this is kind of my little sign there. Let's see if I can get this out. There we go, that's better. And so, you know, I started reading all about what do hummingbirds need and how to attract them and all that sort of thing. And you can see, if you just kind of look around here, and I've got lots of seating if you ever want to come and seat. Lots of different seating here. Squirt guns were to shoot at the blackbirds when they were driving me nuts because I can't stand blackbirds. But one of the themes is red. So hummingbirds are attracted to red. So red flowers, red decor. Red flowers, especially cardinal flower right here. That's like one of their all-time favorites. They like this royal catchfly. This is like really sticky and it attracts ants. It's almost like a Venus flytrap like plant. They love this leopard lily. Very beautiful, very elegant, and it closes at night. It's open during the day. It's almost like it has to have bright sun to open. And this year I got some blue cardinal flowers, which I didn't even know they had that kind of color. And there's a different kind of red. So that was kind of some new additions. So favorite, I would say, is their cardinal flower. Then they like going to either the bat plant or the firecracker plant. And the bat plant, I'll show you right here, is another one. It's sometimes called a bat face plant. But look at how they look like bats. See if I can get you a better angle here. Let's see, how about right there? Look at that, they look like bats. So that's another favorite. The other favorite is the firecracker, or vermillionaire, I think it's called. Looks like that. They're tubular. They love tubular flowers. They can stick their tongue down those and get that nectar out of there. They love salvia. Another one more recently they're going to a lot is this black and blue salvia, which is an annual. But it will grow pretty tall. It likes to have sun. So in the spring, you know, it putters around, and finally it starts to grow. We got a bunch of salvia all along here. And the very first time I saw the hummers when they returned is it would go to this hot lips salvia right there. Oh, let's see if I can get that in focus. It's this one right there. what I did was I deadheaded all this hot-lipped salvia area, and hopefully in 3 weeks or so this will all be new flowers again, because I deadheaded it all. Other flowers, here's like a red hot poker. They love this once they figure it out. Let's see if I can make it a little bigger. That's that one right there. But the main thing is tubular flowers. Here's lobelia. They love lobelia, that white and blue lobelia. They like some, some begonias. They like fuchsias back there. Fuchsias are hard to grow though. They're a pain in the ass. So I try, but I'm not good at it. Petunias even. They like zinnias even. They like here's a cool kind of petunia. It was like some kind of flower of the year last year. Here's a sign: keep calm and plant something. So you have to have flowers, especially tubular flowers. You know, they're first going to notice the red ones. They have to have shelter. So I have this big tulip tree I planted. I've got 3 of those in the yard. This is one of them. There's some dwarf willow trees. There's one right back there. There's a dappled willow back here. There's a couple swings in it. That's a Arctic blue willow, and I actually trim it and to make it so it's a little bit more easy to fly through. So I do that. And then I put swings on a lot of them. This tulip tree, I've got like 8 different swings, and you can see the swing right up there. And the swings, I put like something red with it so I can see it, like a little ball. It also helps the camera. And you know, today it looks like this. Tomorrow there'll be a change, because typically when I'm taking photos and I notice, oh, the background's not good for that, I'll tweak things. I just tweaked things about 30 minutes ago because I didn't like the way something looked. So anyway, but this is what it looks like today, August 7th, 2023. Here's another great tubular flower, and it's white. This one is a beard tongue, and they love that because they can stick their tongue in there. You know, it's another one that they absolutely like. So they have to have shelter, they have to have red, they have to have tubular flowers, place to perch, swings, other places to perch. This beautiful bacteriophage, it's a wire bacteriophage. The birds, the dragonflies, the butterflies like to perch on it. It's made of wire, and I actually painted it red, and later in probably a month or so they'll use it even more and more. And I've seen all kinds of birds on it. Dragonflies, butterflies, and they love perching on computer ties. And I put computer ties on, like this is on a lightning rod, but I have them on some of the shepherd's hooks over there. They love, you know, because their little feet can hang on to it real good. Here you can just see good example of a skipper on the phage. See right there. Let's see, so they have to have places to perch, and you know, they'll even perch on like this lilac over here is sickly looking, but it likes going on the dead wood in there. You know, it's amazing. Oh, and I got these cool stakes from Shirley Mattox. This is a hummingbird stakes. They'll sit on those. You know, there's a lot of different things. Sometimes even just the stakes to stake up the flowers they'll sit on. In this cardinal vine, which is really, really cool. And again, this is annual, planted from seed in June, and it's just, look at this giant, it's like I made like an arbor thing out of it, but look at this. This is an annual. Look at all these beautiful flowers. It loves this. And I put a swing right in here for it. It'll hide in there, you know, like dusk. There might be 1 or 2. We usually have 3 hummers hanging around right now. Anyway, that's the way it's going. Here's another great red flower, is the hibiscus. You can see right there. And here I put a swing. I've got a pewter tie. Like I said, black and blue salvia is a new favorite that they like right now. They'll even go for bee balm. Right there, I've got bee balm, coneflower, I've got cosmos. This is a spider plant or cleome. As you can see, I got lots of butterflies. There's butterfly weed. Amazing. So anyways, this is kind of what it looks like. And then if you go back here more, I've even got a place for my red hot pokers. This is like my favorite one, those colors like that. Here's some larkspur, they like that, that's almost done. I had some, what do you call this one again? Oh, blazing star, that's done. Here's some, I think it's tiger lily, they like those. These are butterfly weeds, and so back here is more of like an attraction for butterflies. I got 2 butterfly bushes, this one and this one. More water for the other birds, you got water there. This is the lupine area. That's usually done real quickly. It's the first thing to bloom in spring, and then it's done. I had a bunch of honeysuckle, but it crapped out. I didn't water it as much as I probably should have, and it gets like a disease. We had a weird dry summer. Here's a bloom there, and sometimes you can get like sphinx moss come out of there. They lay their eggs and larvae and all that kind of stuff, and it comes out of there. And I'll see some of those probably like in September in the morning. I'll see them flying around on the flowers. Here's my oriole area where I put jelly in there. I got to put some more in there, and the orioles can fly in there and get the jelly, but the grackles and the blackbirds and the robins, those birds can't. So this was my system I developed for feeding the orioles, and I get like 20 orioles in the spring, and I still have about, I'd say, at least a half a dozen still coming around for it. I try to avoid having any yellow in the gardens if I can. I mean, I do have some of these hybrid yellow red hot pokers. I guess this one's called like Solaris or something like that, Solarix, because it's a yellow one. But I try to avoid yellow because wasps are attracted to yellow. And so if I get a lot of wasps, I'll put out these wasp traps, put some sugar water in there, and the wasps will fly in there, and they can't get out and they die in there. It's not been a bad year for wasps though, probably because it's been so dry. But here you can see another wasp trap, and you can see some wasps in there. And I do put out some sugar water for the orioles. It's less concentrated than the stuff for the hummingbirds. By the way, the hummingbird feeders, I have had my best luck with ones that are all red. So this is what I have right now, is just 2 of these out. They're all red, no yellow, and they have a perch, so the bird can sit there. And then I put, if you put it in the shade, it doesn't ferment quite as quickly or go bad, so I put like these shaded things on them, and an ant moat to put water in there. So if ants get in try to get to the sugar water, they get into the ant moat and then they drown, they don't make it to the sugar water. And I have other forms of water. I have like this little thing for water. Other perches, I have this cool fence. This is bought this at an Amish Walmart in Vernon County, Wisconsin. They resell all kinds of stuff, and this was an old fence, and I just love it, and the birds do too. They'll perch on it. I just love this fence. And so this is also for the birds. You can even see I put another tie there, you know. And I have like red watering cans, you know, red stuff just to keep it the red theme. Here's a little bit, I put some more water in here. There's some water in this little water bath. Back here, this is the dappled willow, but there was a downy woodpecker that was constantly pecking away at it. It was starting to kill it off, so I had to actually put a fence around the trunk there so that the downy would leave it alone. Here's trumpet vine, but it's not mature enough yet to blossom, so this should eventually one day hopefully go around this whole thing and it will blossom. This is Sasha Cat's garden. She passed away during the pandemic, so I made a heart-shaped tulip garden for her. And now I've added some columbine and some foxglove, and just threw some petunia things in there. And there's even some seeds that came up from last year, some kind of zinnia-like seed. And there's some larkspur and some gentian. A couple other things in there that come up after the tulips. And you can see my big grape arbor back there. So this is lobelia. Hummingbirds love lobelia. These things are really cool. So this is a container, and you put like fruit that's too old, you don't want to eat anymore, it's starting to get icky rotten, I should say, or I put my banana peels. I eat a banana a day. I put my banana peel in there, and it attracts fruit flies. So then fruit flies are in there, and then they go through the little slits. The fruit flies, and the little hummers will sit here, and they'll slurp up the fruit flies because they're not too big. They can swallow them. They're not going to choke because they can't eat the big bugs. They could choke on big bugs. So fruit flies are perfect. So I've got 3 of those actually hanging around. And back here I've got Mexican sunflower. They love Mexican sunflowers. I moved them from a different spot from last year, but they love these Mexican sunflowers. Here's a lilac bush that, again, good shelter. They often hide up in these chokeberry trees, and I've got 2 apple trees back there that the hummers hide in. The hollyhocks are not doing well this year. These are some hollyhocks. That's what the flowers look like. They are not happy this year. Here's some honeysuckle I bought and I haven't planted yet. They love this honeysuckle. Again, these are the fuchsia. Very hard to grow. Another kind of fuchsia. This is another kind of fuchsia. They gotta have mostly shade. This one I think is gonna be making a lot of flowers, which is pretty happy. This one, let me feel how wet it is. Maybe it needs a little more water. Maybe they're not getting enough water. So anyways, so this is kind of the back area, and I set up places like, this is my grape arbor, and you could sit under here, and there's another place to sit and watch the hummers from the back here. And also it's a shelter place. Birds go in there. I'm always seeing birds go in here. A couple grapes on, but not a whole lot. They're not. I don't think I ever end up eating them. I think the raccoons get them all. But if there's a bad storm, sometimes I'll throw the pots on here, throw them under here, or if it's gonna freeze, I might do that and put a tarp on top. With that last storm on Friday, man, there was like no warning, so I didn't do anything. One shepherd hook toppled over, one plant toppled over, but not much else. Lost a couple swings fell down. I just planted some gooseberry for the hummers to try to attract possibly Anna's. I think it's Anna's hummers. And this is my strawberry garden. This is the raspberry area. More water. This is the robin water. Making sure it's moving so that you don't get mosquitoes. This is the big area where I did all this 462 loads of topsoil. I had some help, but I did a lot of it myself to raise it. And I think maybe tomorrow I might start seeding the grass. I'm just gonna do it. This was my screech owl box, and there was a screech in there, but it never nested in there. I got some ideas for this coming fall and how to do better. Got tomatoes back here, another tulip tree, cherry trees. I got my own compost for a real one. Here's a birch tree because hummingbirds love birch trees. But this is my new compost. You're supposed to aerate it. I'm making soil. So now I'm a soil maker. I collect water. They're upside down here. I have to clean it out. I had to clean it out because it got icky stuff, like algae and stuff in there. But yeah, this is kind of from this other look. This is my yard. I have 2 scarecrows. I have one over there, and this one I forgot to plug it in again. But this one talks a lot and a lot. If you just go by the sensor here, it will just not shut up. So I usually turn it on if there's somebody coming over and I want to kind of play a joke. So, but that's what it looks like. And their hummingbirds are starting to feed a lot more. And I'd say I have at least 3 or 4 that I see a lot. Probably more. I just gotta look real carefully. And I want to get this done, so I think that's everything I covered. Let's see. Red, water. Did I talk about water? They also have to have water. Yeah, I did talk about water, and I think I showed you all my fountains. Like a fountain, two that are electric, and the other solar ones. So red, you gotta have gazing balls, red stuff, red flowers. You gotta have tubular flowers. You gotta have well, nectar when they first come. You gotta have sugar water when they first come. You gotta have places to perch. You gotta have some shelter like bushes or dwarf trees. I think that's pretty much it. You know, I try to, like I said, I try to avoid yellow. And but diversity's key, because that's why I've got like tons of different butterflies. Pretty amazing. So anyways, I better stop this and enjoy.